우리가 둘째 날인가? Hello. Hi. Hello.
Our bus is looking like
Okay.
But we still have a Singapore unit there in the hotel. Would you like there? Or
No, we would like to try. Hello. Somewhere else, maybe.
209, please, Mr. 309.
Thank you.
Have a lovely day.
Thank you. Hello. Good evening. Ah, okay. I would like to sit inside. Oh. 오늘은 셋째 날.
read my mind.
2 minutes more for maybe more people to come. After I will start. I hope you're enjoying the travel so far. It's a little bit bouncy, but yeah, that's the Arctic. It's cool.
All the time because there are currents and it drifted with the currents and with the wind. So maybe you walk 20 kilometers toward the North Pole and then the ice drifts south 40 kilometers. So it's very, very difficult. But these three gentlemen, Amundsen, the American, Ellsworth, and the Italian Nobile, they were really the first three people that flew over the North Pole with 13 other people of their party. So they, in 1926, 100 years ago, they were the first one.
You didn't see anything, right?
No, and the lady next to me hadn't spotted it yet either.
minus 40 degrees. So that was my first one in 1980, and then there were others till we did this trip.
So he didn't make Neil Armstrong and Ed Hillary jump out of an airplane. He took them in an airplane and they landed. So that was a little safer for everybody.
Thank you very much. So when Mike had finished his presentation in Húsavík, he called me up to the States, and he had a surprise for me, and that was this. This is the sweater that Neil Armstrong wore on this expedition in 1985, and he donated it to the Exploration Museum. This is one of our most popular items that people come and look at, because we tell the story of the training, and we tell stories of explorers, and we're going to add more to this story, and that's what we're doing now. Alexander, what are your fondest memories of your grandfather?
My grandfather? Well, I was quite a young child growing up when he was around, and I think just he was always encouraging us to sort of be young explorers and sort of push ourselves. So I remember once he had a house on a steep hill, and my sister and I were clambering around in the rafters of the house and climbing these trees, and I think my mother had her hands over her eyes as I was like 10 meters above the ground, and I think I proceeded to
from the room. Yeah.
I think we're all just in awe.
Yes, I'm glad to hear that.
Well, it's probably just as well you haven't got any questions, because I can tell you that if you ask a question of this guy, he will never stop.
And I personally would like you to ask questions of Mike as often as possible so that we can get some work done.
Yes, over there.
I just, I'm what the last person said. I'm just in awe that what Mike was saying, how for all of you with the way life is today, how easy is it to just put things in your backpack, buy your ticket, and go? I mean, do you have to, can you just put your head there and it's just how you live your life? Because this is extraordinary to retrace what your relatives did, and I applaud you.
Yeah. Did you hear the question?
If I heard the question well, and I'll repeat it so you can hear it too. Okay. Too many days around really loud airplanes means his hearing isn't the greatest in the world. But the idea of, is it true? Can you indeed just have a desire to journey, pack a bag, and go? And I do think it is so much about the mindset. We meet people all over the world that are, I can't wait until I can travel. But at the same time, we're meeting people who are just doing it. And it works both ways, but at some point, you have to just make that decision of, I'm just gonna do it at the best means I can. It can be like my nephew, who really did and you did 40 years earlier, put everything in a backpack and go as far as he could, earn some money and go more. You can be an expedition guide where other people pay you to come along for the
Neil Armstrong ibot ang sweater.
It's very generous. It's a rock. It's a grain of sand, but it's from the moon. So yes. So if you want to be able to say you held the moon in your hand, now you've done it. But as I say, it's a grain of sand. It's not a rock. I would say that's generous.
So 2012.
Yes. Yes. They didn't know you.
Svalbard. This is where one of them is, just outside, actually from Longyearbyen. You can see that it can also be a little bit rough and it can be shaped like that. If it's then our calm waters, then it goes a little bit faster of actually forming the sea ice. It starts just the same way with the fractal ice, the needles that's shaped like this. But instead of bouncing around and creating these circular pancake ice, it instead becomes big sheets of ice. And it's just a small layer that is actually moving even with a small movement. So we call it then grease ice. So it can almost looking greasy on it as well on the water. And eventually these grease ice starts forming bigger and bigger kind of ice shapes, and it becomes something we call Nilas ice. You can see it here on the picture as well. And eventually that also becomes then pack ice.
We're gonna put this in. I think this one here.
Anything without
all of this.
하몽선 기계. 젖빵이요. 꽃젖빵이요.
This is also vegetarian, or we need to find out.
This is a vegetarian. I think so. We need to can teach.
menu.
刚才进去尴尬。现在7点6点半。7点半。还有大饭头了。
对，在5楼，你下来5楼吧。我看的那个视频上面说是在你刚刚出来干啥？
Gefühle.
So we have also some arancini on the other one, the other side. They are made with confit tomatoes. So you can.
Is this vegetarian?
Yes, madam. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Thank you.
Yeah, for you, madam. Sorry.
No. Yeah.
Voilà.
Have a nice tasting. Merci. Well, let's pick one arancini. We'll stand in line. The arancini만
This focaccia have been done, have been cooked by the baker this morning. Yes. Everything is homemade.
Thank you. Sorry. 오빠도 하나 먹어. One for you, one for me. Let's go. 여기 앉아서 좀 먹을까? 차라리? 여기서 먹고 올라갈까 봐.
I can give the board. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
뭐 어떻게 유튜브에 응용해달라
밥이 나오면. 인터뷰.
이게 뭐냐 그린피 무슨 피랑 요거트 아주 맛있습니다.
특이하게 맛있어.